Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. Today a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Kentucky Wildcats taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will boot it away to start the game. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense takes the field. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Try to get it to the edge. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out, he had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
Running it back, it's straight. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will try to get something started with their first possession. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll take a shot. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This offense really needs to get something going. Hunt on the opening drive, and now a 3rd and 10 coming up. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside the 15, here's the return. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The play-action fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And if you turned on the tape last week, you're getting more of the same in the first quarter. This defense last week harassing the QB with 6 sacks, now getting out the gates in the first quarter and getting their first one.
Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Running back goes in motion. Past the 45. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Seminoles want to move quickly.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Got his man on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And the big fella really had nowhere to go. You're trying to catch people off guard by throwing it to him. He was a little bit open, but, man, that closed fast, and he had nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's finally forced out of bounds. Another first down, and he has just been running wild on this defense.
Man, it's so nice to have a weapon like this at quarterback. It dictates coverage. You want to play man-to-man? Everybody turns their back. Watch him pick him up, put him down, shoot up yards, getting a big...
And it's caught! Touchdown, Noles!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. comes the offense on second down. Right back to it. And he's dragged down.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball underneath or run the football. Nice job by the running back. Listen, he got good yards. He didn't get the first down, but now he's in a situation where third down becomes...
And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down for 24. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Toss to the outside. Ran through the contact. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking for room. It's Drake.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Tackled after picking up the first down. And the Seminoles racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll give it to the back. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Florida State. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Notre Dame took care of business and left little doubt in doing so. Kind of felt like how that 2012 Irish team led by Manti Te'o would just take the will of opposing teams. Impressive to watch. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the new top 25 poll next week as this one, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Slam to the ground, but not before he gets to first down.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Floats it out in space. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And there are certain guys that I want to make sure I hone in on, and I do not give them the football in space. And this running back is one of those guys. Really good job by the defense, keeping their eyes on their keys and not letting him sneak out and get any kind of space. As soon as he touched it, he was on the ground.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just
Afterburners coming, and you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
One of the things I love about these misdirection-type plays is that you can pull offensive linemen and get extra bodies at the point of attack. So you're setting yourself up with good angles if you execute it properly, David. You saw it right there.
And saying the word angles means a lot because that's exactly what you do. Now I can block down and I can leave somebody unblocked, pull around, kick him out, use misdirection in the backfield. Really just get your eyes as a defense on something else and then go the other direction. Nice misdirection play call by this offense.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense doing what it does best. Get after the quarterback. That's their third of the day. They're number one in the nation at getting the quarterback on the ground. That's why they've had such a successful unit.
Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and try for 3. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On 1st down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They really got things moving on this drive. 2nd play of the drive comes from the 37. Got enough for the 1st. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped a really big play.
That is such a good run. I'll tell you, if you're going to put on a Seminole helmet, you better be dangerous with the ball in your hands at the running back position, right? You think back to the late, great Bobby Bowden. He was always able to recruit a difference maker at that position. He would have loved to have this guy in his offense because it feels like he can score a touchdown every single time he has the ball.
As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Now he's going to break the pocket. At the 35, he's loose. And he has vexed his defense with the scrambles. Another 1st down and yet another big gain. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17. 1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He looks that one in nicely. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He finds a dead spot in the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They've been steamrolled so far in this 1st half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Got the back over the middle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
Takes the easy one to the back. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Got his man. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Kentucky right back to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. The freshman able to get home with the sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Here's the handoff. At the 45 on its way. And he breaks into the open. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football.
The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Here comes the offense on first down. And he make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Nice play by the DB. Most people say offenses have the advantage, right? They know where they're going. They have the footing underneath them. Defensive guys, you still got to guess. You might be a little bit more cautious. No, sir, this defensive back does a great job breaking on the football, going up and making the INT.
Line getting set on 2nd down. It's a reverse. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, it's a huge play on the jet sweep, getting that 1st down. Defensively, I think everybody had their eyes in the backfield. They were not expecting that guy to get the football that quickly and be on the perimeter of the field.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, on offense, you've got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing in the 2nd level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Now, a 4th down.
The offense has converted just 1 time in 4 4th down attempts, but they'll try it again. Fires downfield. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play in. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. 1st down here for the offense.
That's a 1st down for the offense.
Give to the single back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Looking for a block. It's straight. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Noles are flying down the field.
29 Philly. Ready.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
That shows a lot of poise and a lot of experience by that guy there. Not thinking to himself, hey, on 3rd and long, I'm going to have to throw and make a really good throw here to go get this first. Hey, if it's not there, you don't got to force the issue. You're a good enough athlete to go take off and get it yourself with your legs. Beautiful job.
They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man, and I got a pass rush like that. Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
And the Noles want to crank the tempo. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. Got it! And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Noles! And the route is on. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's right on target.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. He unleashes a long one. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling the quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect the quarterback a little bit better.
This time he's got him. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. It's on target and complete. Makes the catch and he's brought down.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline, you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
The sure hands, it's Jones. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now of being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on... Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
The offense set for a first down play. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. New set of downs after that completion.
325.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Offense set on first down. He'll start this drive firing. It's complete to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The completion short of the sticks, it's second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete. The ball squirts free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
The defense really gets it. They understand what's going on. The quarterback is a threat to run the football. I have to understand that. It changes the way I play defense. Am I going to have more speed on the field? Whatever I do, I got to make sure I do what they did right there. Focus in on the QB, lock in, and make sure he doesn't beat me.
The Seminoles will hustle to the line. The back goes in motion. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And his fifth interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A first down for the offense. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On second down, just keeps firing. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Oh, what a move. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. They might try to score again. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and
touchdown, Florida State! And the punishment has been extended. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he drops to throw. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes the grab close to the logo. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far ahead, Reese. You kind of want to be like, nothing to see here, just move on. We haven't accomplished what we wanted yet. We haven't accomplished what we set out to do. It's week 7. I know you guys got bigger hopes and bigger dreams than just being to week 7 and being undefeated.
And guys, I've been really impressed with this team because they just seemed to always have an identity. From the very beginning of the year, they knew who they were. They knew what they were going to